like, let's talk about who appointed women back in the day to be able to manage the money in the household, where the man would come home, give his check to his wife, and his wife would pay all the bills and manage the. Who started that? Because my experiences with women is that they are horrible money managers. The majority, my experience, so I'm not saying the minority, the majority, is my experience with women, they are horrible money managers. And let's talk about that for a minute. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Free Game 89, appreciate the love and support. But they are horrible money managers, bro. Seriously. You hear 50 Cent saying his grandfather told him that why he gave his check to his wife, you know, at the end of the week, he said the whole thing, so she could put life in perspective on how much money they got coming in the house. And you look at it, you know, the vast majority of people that's in debt, that, you know, they talk about how women, especially black women, we the most educated, but they're 70%, you know, women are 70% of people who carry the mass debt in America. Some crazy number like that. They carry more debt in the more debt than, you know, than the male, than their counterparts, the male. You know, so chew on that for a minute, and that's hence why they're more. They love being. You know, there's another benefit for them being married, because now if you get divorced, her debt becomes your debt. You know, when y'all together, your debt becomes her debt. And usually your debt stay your debt and your problems stay your problems. So when you get married, you taking on somebody your whole other problems. You hear people say, I got married, didn't even know my wife had $250,000 in debt. That just lets you know, it's, you know, people not even vetting people properly. These people in their 30s and 40s and shit like that talking about, I didn't know. These are questions that you ask, like, what's your credit score? What's your credit looking like? Let's open up your credit. Let's do this. And that's why it's very important for men to focus on themselves first before getting a woman. Now, I'm not saying go be a virgin or don't, you know, pop off or whatever. Like, cool, have your women that you just casually mess with, and we all know how to do that. You know, you casually mess with, and, you know, we just cool. But in the meantime, before I'm thinking about having kids and getting a serious relationship, I'm getting myself together. You know, and one of the lessons I learned, one of the guys told me is, you gotta save your money. You know, you gotta save your money. You know, if they came in and said, we're gonna put an extra 10 or 20% taxes and take it out your check, we all would have to adjust somehow, some way. And our adjustment may be picking up another job, picking up a side hustle, moving some money here, cutting haircut money out, cutting our own hair, or whatever. We would have to make that adjustment. So men are better managers of money. But the problem with women is this. They shop off impulse. They're impulsive shoppers. Now, do men do it? Yeah, sometimes I do. But it's always planned. So I know if I charge this, I'm gonna take this money and put that here and cover that. But they sit here and they buy things like several different bedspread sets. They buying drapes when you don't need drapes. They buying a whole bunch of shoes. I work with somebody that said she got like over 80 pair of shoes. What the fuck you need that many pair of shoes for? You know? And then if you got kids, they buying your kids stuff that they don't need. And if you're not sitting there having that money management, you know, y'all not meeting on, y'all not talking about what y'all budgeting and how y'all budgeting y'all money. You got, especially if you're married or you about to get married, y'all should be sitting down going over the budget every month, or what we doing, Man, especially. I was in a situation with girls always broke. I'm like, you smoking crack? She got mad as hell. I'm like, you smoking crack? You just got paid. I'm paying this, that, and this. All you got to pay is this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing when you talk about, and I'm going to talk about this too maybe in a short, people that got vices like smoking, cigarettes, weed, they don't never got no money. They cheap about everything. They cheap about everything. And you notice that in the black community a lot, just put smoking aside and vices aside. Black people put the wrong premium on the wrong shit. They put premium on clothes. They put premium on shoes. They put premium on what they smoking. And they don't put any type of premium on what they put in their body. They will eat off the dollar menu. They will eat off the spoiled food that save a lot, allegedly. You know, they will put garbage ramen noodle in their body. They will put so much garbage in their body, but they will put the finest threads on their body. Priorities fucked up. Right? But like I said, moving back to women, but who started that? Because they are horrible money managers. Especially come around Christmas. And you see like who baby mama was it? Nas baby mama said child support ran out and she was broke and she was getting like a bunch of child support money a month. And now that it ran out, you broke? And that's the number one rule somebody taught me when spending money, when saving money. Always live below your means. A nice amount below your means. So if something happened, you had that bumper there. But there's so many people out here who trust in their wives to take care of bills. And are women really good at like able to extend bills and able to get the manager and extend the light bill for another month, or you know, get the cable bills, be 3 months behind and it's still on? They're great at that. Everybody Hate Chris had an episode on his dad giving his mom the money to pay for the bills, and she only paid some of them. He like, I gave you the whole money, the whole dollar. She explained to him why she only paid some of them, because it didn't want to be money for this, that, and third. They're horrible money managers. You got to understand too, financially, to keep up the maintenance on a woman. This is why having daughters are more expensive. You know, you talk about pads, you talking about they gotta have their hair and nails done. You know, they don't know how to do their own hair, they gotta have their hair done, and then, you know, all that type of shit. They gotta have their chocolate when it's that time of month, and just all crazy type of things. You know? So, like, but who really started that belief? And I think it's probably like the government or the powers that be, because they know women and families are more likely to pour money into the economy than single males. And that's one of the issues they're going to have now, is when all these men are waking up, why not to get married, all this information on the internet. That's why I tell you, they're going to regulate the internet at some point in our lifetime. They're going to regulate it because all this information being shared. Men are now creating spaces, and other spaces are creating too, to know what to eat, what not to eat. But just talking about this for a minute, where they're sharing information, and now they're reaching other men to reach their teenage sons, and their teenage sons are tapping in these male spaces, and they finding out, why would I get married? This is the game when women are running on us. I'm going to lose in the end. Why not stay a free agent? Why not just play the field? Why do I want kids? Why would I get married? I'm going to get in debt, accumulate her debt, help fund her lifestyle, because a woman have a kid, that's passive income in a sense. Even though they can start to take care of a kid, but you're going to take care of the kid whether the income coming in or not. That's your kid. You're getting passive income from child support. You're getting passive income from daddy government. Why do you think women keep having kids? Passive income. And these women have all this money coming in when child support run out or something, but they ain't got no money. They impulsively shop and spend. They got all these programs that's gonna bail them out and pay their rent. Actually, rent me $8. How your rent $8 and you still broke? As a man, that's why you stay single. You figure out these life hacks, save the money, live below your means, be simple. And it seemed boring because you want to change the pace. You want a wife and kids. You see all the money going down the drain. Everything you saved up for going down the drain. And at the end of the day, you ain't got nothing to show for it but some divorce papers for a lot of guys. You know, or if you got a happy marriage, you ain't happy. When you are happy, she make you unhappy. So it's a crazy lifestyle. And guys now starting to share that information, and a lot of guys starting to smart up. David Bridler went out of business. It's not making any financial sense for a lot of men out there. A lot of men just rather have a studio apartment and just be chilling. I'm gonna go sacrifice all of this and not get no appreciation until I'm dead. I'm gonna work all this overtime and then get divorced and be in debt and be worse off when I met you. Don't make no sense. But with women, they are horrible managers of money, and that's why they're responsible for a large amount of debt and still accumulating. So I want to know who started that, and I think it's probably the powers that be, and that's how they keep the economy. You know, women are huge pourers in the economy, pourers of money in the economy, and that's how they keep it going. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.